What's cracking, fam? Happy Sunday. T-Money up in the heezy. Here to bring you guys another collection update. God, this weekend has gone by so fast. I am not looking forward to going to work tomorrow at all. But I wanted to do a quick little collection update because I got a few things in the mail over the last couple of days. And so yeah, let's actually just get right into this. So first up, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Scream Factory because they're awesome. And anytime I've ever have an issue with a product, um, I get a lot of like damaged slipcovers and posters. For example, I contact them, and they have never not sent me a replacement. So they did that for me for the John Carpenter's Vampires slip that was I received damage. I feel like kind of a douche contacting them for a slip cover that was damaged, but it's like it bothers me. I have to just accept that, and then I paid for it. So like sometimes I feel like I should just say fuck it. Um, but yeah, anyway. So thank you to Scream Factory for being awesome and just always correcting. Um, just being great customer service. They're really like personable and good company. So obviously that goes without saying. All right, so special update, kind of, not really. There's not a lot here, but I got a package from Diabolok, Mondo, Macabro, and one thing from Amazon. So I'll show you guys. This finally came in. Amazon. Adam's Family Values. I don't know what's up with this because this one came first. I had pre-ordered them at the same time, and they both had the same release date. But for whatever reason, I got Adam's Family like 3 or 4 days before this, and this came on a Sunday today, Amazon Prime. So, anyways, happy to have both of those. It'll be fun to revisit those movies. It's been a long time, but some great characters, obviously, in those films. So, then from Jesse, I finally got Midsummer, or however you pronounce it. This movie I saw in theaters. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. I liked it more, for me personally, than Hereditary. I thought it was great. So yeah, it'll be fun to revisit this from home. Although I think it was a great movie in theaters too. Probably a better experience in theaters, but we'll see. I wanted to grab it for sure. So if you guys haven't seen this and you like folky horror, it's great. Can't go wrong with it. Really good. And really excited for this one as well. Scary Movie from 1991, I believe. It's directed by somebody, Daniel Erickson, 1991, and it just sounds crazy. Some dude goes to a haunted house, and there's a psychotic mental patient that like has taken refuge there, and apparently it's got a fun, not hokey, but it mixes different elements of different things. Some good music. So I don't know. It's got the haunted house, the psychotic mental patient on the loose, shot in Austin, Texas, combines Argento-esque neon, Freddy Krueger dreamscapes, and slapstick Evil Dead inspired. Um, slapstick comedy inspired by Evil Dead 2. So awesome. Rubber monster masks, chopped off limbs, and songs by Ricky Erickson and the Butthole Surfers to awesome. So yeah, awesome. Really cool. Haven't seen this. Scary Movie. Whenever I hear this title, I always think of the cheesy parody from the 90s or whatever. Late 90s, early 2000s. But this is the real deal. I hope it's really good. So Scary Movie. It has reversible cover artwork. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, I believe. The reversible cover artwork is kind of not that good, so I'm leaving that. And last up from the stuff from Jesse, I got Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, the second one, part 2. I like this movie. I've only ever seen it once. I thought it was solid. I didn't think it was bad. The guy who played Henry, of course, isn't Michael Rooker, but I was watching, side tangent really quick. I was watching I've been like on a true crime kick lately. I don't know why. It's fascinating, but there's a dude, Colonel Russell Williams, I think. He was a Canadian colonel in like the, I think, late 90s or no, early 2009, I think, something like that. Anyways, he was a big colonel and he was psychotic. He had a fetish for women's underwear and killing, so he was a serial killer basically. He ended up killing some people, but he looks exactly like Michael Rooker. So every time I see Michael Rooker now, I think of, or I see this guy, I think of Michael Rooker, which is just crazy. But that was just on the subject of Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. My mind, you guys know my mind, doesn't stay straight ever. So anyways, this movie has nothing to do with Michael Rooker, but it's still good. It's solid. If you like the first Henry, check this one out. Kind of forget the storyline. I think it's similar, but it was good. I just remember really thinking it was solid. So happy to have the Blu-ray because I don't think it has a US Blu-ray. It's a limited edition of 222, 2-disc collector's edition, and it's region B, I do believe. Although I don't see that. Yeah, it's region B. So Shock Entertainment put out Henry 2. So yeah, I enjoyed that one. All right, last but not least, we've got some really cool stuff from Mondo Macabro. Stoked for this. Mondo Macabro puts out really obscure stuff. Mostly it's stuff that I've never seen, but almost always end up liking. So I had pre-ordered some of their red-cased editions, and they finally have arrived. There's one film in here that I'm really looking forward to. So let's dig into the Mondo Macabro package, because these don't come very often. They don't release a ton of stuff. Once every couple of months, I'd say. So, and let's see here. Alright, so it looks like 2 red-cased editions. We'll go with the first one. Woman Chasing the Butterfly of Death. This is number limited to 800 copies, so I think they may still be available. Don't quote me on that, but there may be some left, so if you're interested. Usually Mondo Macabro will put out red-cased. If you don't know this already, I'm sure most of you do. They put out red-cased limited editions that are either like 800 to 1,000 copies, and then they'll put out a standard edition a few months later. So, but this one, limited, I got number 230 out of 800. That's cool. It is a South Korean film, 1978, directed by Kim Ki-young. Like a kind of crazy cinematic ghost train ride, Butterfly of Death takes us on a journey deep into the darkness of one man's fears and fantasies. That man is Young Gul, a lonely and rather morbid student in the late 70s South Korea, narrowly surviving a murder-suicide attempt by a woman wearing a butterfly pendant. He next finds himself besieged by a seemingly insane bookseller who claims he can never die. Even after Young Gul burns the man's body, his skeleton comes back to taunt him. As if this weren't enough, the poor student then finds himself the victim of a beautiful 2,000-year-old woman. She looks about 25, who says she's hungry and wants to eat his liver. Batshit crazy South Korean goodness, I guess, maybe. The director, Kim Ki-young, was one of Korea's most successful filmmakers. His 1960 production, The Housemaid, is now a recognized classic of worldwide cinema. With Butterfly of Death, he goes far beyond the bounds of the real and takes us into a world where almost anything could happen. Clearly, a world where a kind of dream logic rules, almost impossible to summarize. The film is nevertheless insanely enjoyable. A real one-of-a-kind production that opens our eyes to the limitless possibilities of cinema. So that's awesome. You got like some stills of a skeleton on the back. So great. I can't wait to check that out. Right up my alley. That shit craziness. All right. And I'm really excited for this one. Probably the most stoked for it. The Killer of Dolls. Limited to 800 as well. I got number 251. Directed by Michael Scaife from Spain, 1974. This bizarre and totally unique piece of Spanish horror cinema. David Roche plays Paul, a young man thrown out of medical school due to his inability to deal with the sight of blood. He goes home to Montpellier in France. Oh, there's Montpellier, Vermont as well, where his father is a gardener on a huge estate belonging to Countess Olivia, played by Helga Lean, who is an ageless diva of Spanish horror, if you did not know. I did not know that. But we soon discover that fear of blood is not Paul's only quirk. He was raised as a girl, and after his sister died, and also likes to play with dolls and perform strange operations on them, attempting to extract their hearts. Meanwhile, in the park surrounding the Countess's home, a number of young girls have been found murdered. The killer seems to be a mysterious individual wearing a black wig, a white doll mask and speaking with a woman's voice. As the killings multiply around him, Paul sinks even deeper into a world of hallucination and nightmare. So, sounds pretty cool, pretty obscure. Or not, yeah, I guess obscure. Strange. But yeah, Spanish cinema. Foreign cinema is often just that. So, I'm excited to check it out. I'm going to open this one up. Because there was reversible cover artwork that I was more familiar with, I guess. They posted this one. Or the artwork they showed is, I think, this in here. So you get a booklet always. It's a nice little booklet, too. It's probably like 30 pages. 21 pages. Thick text, some stills from the film. You do not get the booklet with the standard edition. So if you want the limited, that's probably one of the main perks. Other than the red case, which I could really kind of take or leave, you do get a booklet. So if you're a collector and you want a booklet, you got to grab the limited edition. If you just care about the film, this will be out standard. I think this is sold out. I think they both are sold out, actually, now that I think of it. Sorry. But yeah, The Killer of Dolls, that's the artwork I was familiar with. So sounds just like kind of like a strange giallo, psychedelic, or I don't know, giallo-esque, whodunit, psychological thriller type thing. I don't know. Study of, man, as always, The Killer of Dolls. All right, I'm gone. It's been a long weekend, or a short weekend, and I got to work a long day tomorrow. So, I'll catch you guys later pretty soon. Stay tuned for so much more I have in store. I have such sights to show you. Just kidding. All right, guys. Later. Bye. Peace.